Yo, what is going on, guys? Bex here, and today we have a top 10 most skilled guns to use in Call of Duty history. We're going to jump right into it. Number 10 here, the knife. Now, this is not a weapon that is very difficult to use, but you have to be able to be sneaky when you're going around with it. You can't just run out in the open and hope that no one sees you and hope they don't shoot at you. You really have to go around those corners, play the shadows, be very sneaky. And I used to have a joke with some people that I used to play with where we would joke around saying the knife's the best gun in the game because you don't have to reload it and there's no ammo with it. So it's a lot of fun to use, and it makes the list number 10 strictly because it is not like, it doesn't take insane skill to use. All you do is run up to people and knife them. But it takes skill in how you get the kills. Like, you could miss the knife like this, and if they are paying attention, they would get you. But next up, number 9, we have the EBR from Infinite Warfare. This is, I just had to include a sniper on this list because sniping has to be included. The great snipers I couldn't do. I didn't want to put a really good sniper on the list. But this is it's not the best sniper, and I chose IW because with all the jetpacker games, sniping is just way more difficult, and because you have to worry about everyone jumping all over the place, so it makes the list at number 9 because it's not insanely hard, and it just goes as an overall category, really. So next up, we got the M1911 from Modern Warfare Remastered, and this goes again as kind of a collective group as pistols. They're not insanely hard to use, which is why it's just number 8, but most of the time, if you're going against someone who's using an AR or an SMG, you're going to be getting outgunned. And it takes a lot more skill to be able to aim this and shoot it downrange. And with the ammo capacity, you only get enough for maybe 2, max 3 kills before you're forced to reload. And that's when you get into trouble, when you have to reload. It's a lot of fun to use, which is why it's number 8. It really didn't make me rage getting clips. You can see I'm killing people pretty much across the map with the thing. It was a lot of fun to use. It takes skill still because you can get outgunned very easily. You can't just run around with this pistol. So next up we have number 7, the RW1. This is some shotgun type pistol from Advanced Warfare. This gun actually is it's not insanely hard to use, but because it's in that shotgun pistol category, you can't use it as a true shotgun or a true pistol because it doesn't have a buckshot, so you can't just run around hip fire people. You have to be able to aim, and you have to be able to hit your shots. Plus, with it only having 1 bullet, you need to reload after every single shot. Puts you at a disadvantage, so you need to make sure that you hit those first shots, and you can't be missing too much with this weapon, which is why it makes the list at number 7. And again, this was a pretty fun weapon for me to use to get clips with. Next up, we got number 6, the KSG, and this makes the list because you have to be an experienced, a more experienced player to be able to actually use this gun. I don't think anyone who's really new to COD or who can't really aim straight can use this gun efficiently. You really need to aim. It's not a true shotgun because you can't just run around hip firing people. It's not spread shot. You can map people, and if you get good with the KSG, it is a pretty scary weapon, but the skill gap for people who've been using it for a long time and people who haven't used it at all is what makes it go on the list at number 6. It's a ton of fun to use if you're good with it. If you're not good, it can just be a bunch of raging and you missing shots and just end up not being a good time. So that's why it's at number 6. It's not insanely hard to use, but it definitely takes some sort of skill to be able to use the weapon effectively. So next up, number 5, the blunderbuss from Advanced Warfare. This is a supply drop weapon, so that's why it's not higher up on the list, but it does make the list because it's insanely dumb of a weapon, if you ask me. The reload time takes a few years to get done. You get that one shot, and if you see, you can get those hit markers, and with this type of weapon, you'd be expecting to get those kills there. if you get lucky, you can get some kill chains with this. Most of the time you're going to be running around getting that one kill and running away trying to reload. And if you shoot and miss or shoot and get the hit marker, you got to find a different way to kill them. You're going to have to either try and punch them or pull out your secondary and hope that they don't finish the kill on you before you can finish the kill on them. This gun, not as fun to use, which is why it's this high on the list. And it takes a ton of skill to be able to actually be good with this weapon. So number 4 on this list, the Executioner. This makes the list because it is another type of shotgun pistol, but you don't get a bunch of ammo with it, and you do get, usually takes 2 bullets to kill someone unless you're right on top of them. So you need to be able to shoot those 2 bullets, and then your maximum is going to be able to get about 2 kills. So if you have more than 2 people, you're screwed. You're going to have to hope that they can miss shots while you're hitting that reload and see what goes down. But overall, it takes skill because it is a pistol shotgun, so that's why it makes it number 4. Next up, we got number 3, the crossbow, and I actually had this as my number 1 when I made this list. Going out and getting clips with it, I had so much fun using this thing, and it was just so much fun sticking people and trying to predict shots and all that. I had to move it down, number 3, and it still takes a ton of skill. You have to basically stick them, because if you don't stick the person, the explosion, unless they're weak, will not kill them, and the shots aren't straight. So if you shoot right at someone but they're moving, it's not going to hit them because it takes some time to travel, and you have to be able to use some sort of prediction skills to actually be good with this crossbow, and this clip is actually insane. But moving on to number 2, the riot shield. This actually makes it as number 2 because the riot shield itself is almost worthless, but putting on a throwing knife like that, or if you really want to be a noob, put on that C4 and you can run around and they're distracted by your shield, and you can get an easy throwing knife kill. And but using the shield itself is really difficult, where you get mostly hit markers and mostly misses, and then they get behind you and kill you just like that just happened, or they just shoot through you like that. So number 1 is the ballistic knife. This weapon made me so angry when I was trying to get clips with it. It's just so hard to shoot and get people, even when they're right in front of you, and the knives miss like that, and it's just so frustrating to use this thing. And then you only get 4 knives unless you can go pick them up and stuff. You have to chase them down. So that's why it makes it number 1. So that's the entire list, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. We had a little bit of trouble editing and doing all this with the clips, but we figured it out. It was a ton of fun to make. If you guys have any top 10 or top 5 videos that you want to see from me, leave it in the comments below, and I will probably get around to doing them and make them all. Don't forget to hit that like button. I spent so much time and effort on this video. It took a ton of hours to make and get all the clips and all that. So guys, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. I love to help support the channel. It really helps the channel grow, and I will see you guys in my next video.